G'day Capricorn. This is Esoteric Tales and Tarot, and this is your October 2023 Psychic and Tarot reading. And we've got a pretty interesting month because, of course, at the end of the month is Halloween, and I've got some great decks for the tarot portion. I've chosen Deborah Blake's Everyday Witch Tarot, art by Elisabeth Alba, which is this wonderful, very fun, witchy kind of themed deck, which I'm really looking forward to getting your messages from that, because I've been having some wonderful readings with it. And I'm going to clarify with the Barbara Walker Tarot. Again, I've done an unboxing of both of these decks on my YouTube channel recently, so jump on there if you want to see a more in-depth video on the deck. I love the back of this. I love the whole idea. It's like an 80s originally when the deck came out, and so Barbara Walker Tarot is really fantastic for the readings. I've got a special message for this month from the Illuminé Special Messages Oracle deck, which I got from the lovely Janice, who is down in New Zealand, in the very southern tip of the southern island of New Zealand in South Otago. And Janice did a psychic reading for me. It's quite a number of years ago now, and I did not get this deck at that time. There's a funny story to it, and I actually came across another deck and this one of hers at a different time when I was in New Zealand. And I will elaborate on that story at some stage on my channel. Okay, so let's crack into my messages that I got from scrying with the crystal. I've only just finished your scrying this evening. The crystal ball was outside in the garden. There's an almost full moon as well, so we captured the daylight sun. I did some scrying for the Scorpios and the Saggies, and then I've had it out in the moonlight as well for the Capricorn portion. So got some interesting messages for you in my tarot diary here, where I've taken my scrying notes and a few notes about the cards. Now, that I've had, oddly, in the crystal ball, I don't often see tarot cards, but I had this for Librans as well, but I saw the Death card and the Page of Cups popping out. Now, don't be alarmed by that. The Death card is change and rebirth. And I just thought, oh, this could be quite a big month, or it could be, it's interesting because the Death card is Scorpio. And of course, Scorpio season starts at the end of October, in the last sort of week onwards into November. So that timing could be significant for you, or a Scorpio could be, because the Page of Cups as well is that water sign energy. So your Scorpios, your Pisces, and your Cancerians. So that came up. Now, you also popped up in the Sagittarius reading as well, the Devil card. So you might have a relationship with a Sagittarius that is significant. And I wanted to sort of tell you about other things that were going on with this. I saw you with a phone in front of you and posting something. And I saw just a feeling as though, oh, I'm pushing it here to the edge. And it's funny because I've been thinking a lot about social media, and that was today. I've had conversations about it and how much we are exposed on social media. So a little bit of a warning, because I was thinking of it. It didn't pop out in the crystal ball, but it came back into my mind, like, oh, maybe I should mention that to the Capricorns, because I've thought of it more than once and it was a bit distracting for me. So protect yourself from that. Funny, I've been down at the beach today, and when I was looking in the crystal ball for the Saggies, I got birds, a funny bird message, but for you I got that funny seagull, and I kept thinking about that movie, the cartoon animation one. Is it Finding Nemo, where the seagulls go do the Aussie voice, the mate, 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 mate? And I thought about seagulls and how I was actually kind of laughing, thinking, oh, that feels like it's very Capricorn energy. Like everyone wants a piece of you, everyone's like, over here, feed me or do this. And that's very Capricorn, where you're just like, oh, and you do pull it off somehow, Capricorn. That's your, your earth sign, very feet both on the ground. That's that kind of energy. But I thought, gee, you're probably getting sick of the seagulls, sick of the sound of them. So maybe seagulls are, maybe they're important to you, or maybe that message resonates. I got a lovely thing through the crystal ball for you. I saw all of this sparkling gold, like a river of gold. So that was nice, because I thought, oh, it might be time for some money to be flowing towards Capricorns, because I felt as though you've had a few blocks for that. So perhaps you're actually getting a bit of a breather now. You feel as though I've actually got enough. And with that, I thought the other message I was getting was perhaps time for a clear out of something. So something that's cluttering, or maybe you could send a bag of clothes off to the charity or something to sort of clear the way for the flow of golden energy to come in. So if you have enough and something's a bit stagnant, like where could you pass it forward? Like, make sure that you don't hoard and that you are clearing enough energy so that the river of gold can flow through. I saw Mother Mary in the crystal ball, and I got the letter A. So is there somebody who's crossed over in spirit with the letter A that's of significance, that's watching over you? Because it was like I saw the outline of Mother Mary and then I saw it change into the letter A, and I thought, oh, you've got a nice protection. That's always lovely when you see that, because somebody's keeping an eye out for you in the most wonderful way. And the message that I got with that is don't overdo it. So just be mindful of your joints and of your back. So I don't know if you're pushing it, doing something, working too hard or doing too much, and just you're getting a bit casual on the stretching or doing things in the right way. So maybe you're going to pick something up too quickly in the wrong way and sort of strain, so I think your Mother Mary, your angel with the A letter is coming in to sort of say, hey, slow down, do the, if you're exercising in a hard way or you're pushing yourself, where can you do, instead of that hard exercise, where can you go into stretching and gentle movement as part of that routine? Maybe a bit of Tai Chi or, yoga, massage. How can you incorporate that into what you're doing to protect those joints and back? So maybe eat well, eat food that are good for your joints and to keep you, calcium, that kind of thing. But yeah, lovely message there with an angel and the river of gold. I think it's going to be a great month for you. So on to the tarot reading, Capricorn. Okay, Capricorn. So we have the overall energy for this month is the Hermit card, a lovely earth sign energy and a major arcana. So a nice big month's energy for you. Something that you should feel very comfortable with, being an earth sign yourself, Capricorn, with your fellow Taurus sign that represents often the Hermit card. So lovely energy for the overall reading, and that is also another major arcana, the Strength card, that is the clarifier for it. Very interesting, because we had both the Hermit and the Strength card that came up for the Sagittarius reading. So I think there's very strong ties with your neighboring sign of Sagittarius there. You know, they could be a sign that's coming up in your periphery. Perhaps they're somehow involved with you in the month of October. You've popped up in your own reading, Capricorn, being that you're represented by the Devil card. Capricorns probably feel like that's not such a great one to represent them, but remember that Scorpio has a Death card, so you know everybody has different ones that represent them. And you know, of course, Capricorns, that's because of the goat horns that you have, the Devil representing you because of the mountain goat, which has, you know, Mandela effect has changed into a sea goat or something. Perhaps I can do a video on that on another time. You've popped up into your own reading here. But the first week, the energy that has come up is the Three of Wands, which is clarified with the Princess of Pentacles. Again, I'm feeling like you've got this earthy energy coming along here. And, you know, doesn't surprise me at all that Capricorns have the money on the mind. And this Nimue goddess kind of sorcerer manifester here coming in to clarify it as well. Very, very like you to have this strong Princess of Pentacles energy coming in. With your card that you came out with, the Devil card that come up for you in that kind of more second weeky type, or you know, getting into the month of October, you had another one jump out with it, and I was like, yep, that needs to come as well. They're getting guides are telling me, yep, that one comes too. So you've got the Seven of Cups here, decisions, lots of options on the table, some fishy cups, some good ones, but we'll get to that. Doesn't, again, you know, the Capricorns love their finer things, so that is also part of it, and that is clarified with the Papess, so the High Priestess here. Lovely energy to clarify your own card popping up in your reading in that second week. Then we come into the King of Cups, which flipped out in reverse. Again, Saggie's had this underneath the deck a bit on the upright, but you've got yours turned up, the upside down King of Cups. This is that water signy type energy. So you've got your Scorpios, your Pisces, and your Cancers. I do often think of as well, because we've got that recent Scorpio energy. It's just bringing to mind that it could be at that time, or they could be a factor that's in your reading for this month. That one was clarified by the Fate card, the Three of Wands. And then to finish off towards the end of the month, you have more Pentacles, of course, more money on your mind. You've got the Miser card, the Four of Pentacles. Funny, because I was thinking about that, hoarding and clutching onto things and having a block for your energy. So the helpful energy that's going to come in to help relieve that is the Ace of Cups, a beautiful love energy to help that golden flow come through for you. And then, of course, we have the absolutely stunning Tree of Dreams and Wishes that is there for the taking. Trust, believe, hope, and love there for you too, which is a great way to top out the end of the reading. So, going from the top overall for the month, the Hermit and the Strength card. So I'm really feeling that this one, and remember when I said about the Death card and the Page of Cups popping up for me, it is underneath your Hermit energy right there. And I think this is cute because this Page of Cups is getting, you know, is actually using the cup here for painting, and is getting all artistic and, you know, creative and in that kind of energy. So that's just a little interesting one with the Librans, the Justice underneath. But I thought, oh, again, it's that water energy of your Scorpios, your Cancers and your Pisces popping out to say something there for you. So, you know, you've got great energy here that you can harness for this month, being that you've got really strong energy here, a fiery Leo type strength and the Hermit. So beautiful grounding energy. I'm really looking here at this fieriness here and being able to stabilize and ground. If you take that time out for yourself, meditating is going to be important, getting out in nature, spending as much time of your free time as you can in nature to get these ideas coming to you, you know, looking into that smoke and getting those kinds of messages. I'm seeing a lot of new growth here, a really kind of like you're building here, little stone thing. Like I feel as though you're starting something, you know, like you're really, perhaps you've been at it doing a new project for not that long, but it's getting underway now. Perhaps it's a job that you're doing, you're thinking, yeah, I'm getting into it now. I'm starting to really see the where I can take it, see the rewards, that kind of energy. So really nice with that two major arcanas to come into the month. So the first week, again, I'm just really reminded of this Three of Wands, as though you kind of, I felt with this card as though you're sort of taking off. So you're looking at the horizons, you're casting your spells here, you're really manifesting. You've got these wands, these fiery wands that you're firing out, they've got new growth on them. And I feel as though this is something, project, work-wise, something that you're doing that's a little bit established. You know, you've been there just a little bit of time, and now, you know, the cogs are turning, the wheels are in motion. You're going to put your own flavor on things. You're starting to think, you know, oh, I could do this or I could do that, or, you know, you're not the brand new newbie at it anymore. Even the project, you've been at it for a while. Maybe you've done a lot of the testing, and now you're actually like, the rubber's going to hit the road. You know, I know where I can take this. So that one is clarified by Nimue, the Princess of Pentacles here, which is depicted by, and it looks quite, you know, almost scary here. She's the one famed by the King Arthur kind of era, the old you know, well, she's here, it looks like a kind of Stonehenge, as though she's actually balancing, using her magic to balance these rocks. That's what it's like. She's commanding things to go her way. And of course, being a Princess of Pentacles, like I feel like this is you starting to really kind of go, okay, I'm going to change this up. You know, if I do this and I do this, then I'm going to bring in more money. So I'm going to adjust here and adjust there. So that's nice energy as well, because it feels as though this sorcerer is, you know, she's the bewitching one who can, you know, use her beauty, her skills, her magic, and kind of distract or get things going her own way. So that's a pretty cool energy to have at the start of the month. It's like you're revving up with things, which is really great. And then you're coming into your own energy here with the Devil card. But, it's interesting because, of course, how was I going to see it? Well, I was presented with the Seven of Cups. So Capricorns, be mindful. Temptation is here. You've got your money sitting here. You've got your ice cream. We all know what that's like. And here, there's all of these options on the table here. So, she doesn't know. She can only sort of pick one, but she's sort of confused here, and you're not quite sure what these are. Like, there's a book here, but what kind of spells are in it? There's a flaming sort of sword here, but does it bring trouble? Then there's this magic, and there's herbs, there's money, there's a castle, but she's kind of confused, and there's this temptation here. And the cats are trying to warn here. They're scratching on the legs like, be careful, be careful. And again, I came up with this social media and your presence, what you're putting out there. So just be mindful, be watchful of that, of how you're represented out into the world. Don't be tempted to take a sort of make a misstep, and to put something out there, being that you're, confident and you've got this going on. So just, keep in mind to follow the rules, get the information before you make your choices. Don't be rash. Think things through. Think about your, you don't want to look like the devil. You want to present yourself in a way, so she's looking a little concerned here with him. And so I was just sort of thinking, just be watchful that you make the right choice here. She's got her arms crossed, almost not giving her any help with her decision. She's sort of waiting like, hurry up, make your decision. You will make the right choice because you have the High Priestess here. So draw this energy in to help you out. This is intuition. This is your psychic powers. She's reading through the books, reading through the rules, getting out the manuals, working out, the best way to do things. And that would be very good energy to surround yourself with at the moment, is to kind of go within, really, think how you can turn this energy around, how you can make the correct decisions, because you've got big energy here. And like always, whenever there's a breakthrough coming through, there's always a bit of tricky energy that comes through once you're starting to present yourself out to the world and you're this powerful Nimue. You're going to get a bit of pushback. You're going to get a little bit of flack that goes with it. So, be mindful of that and, use your intuition to tell you, this could be tricky here. I won't make a misstep. I'll cover my back. Now you've got the King of Cups here. As we said, he's in reverse. So that's not so good, because that in reverse, is better when it's up this way, because, the emotions could be all over the place. You could be having a tricky time with your relationship with your partner. It doesn't necessarily have to be a king. It could be any gender. I'm seeing the king in this case, because he's in reverse, as being, emotionally tipped up. He's just not feeling sort of himself at the moment, or their selves rather, because it can be any type of, any gender. And I was just drawn to this fish, sort of like something's fishy. They're feeling as though they're keeping an eye out, and they're, I don't know if they're drinking too much, but they're a bit suspicious because it's in reverse. They're not sort of, don't have the outlook that they normally have, where they're in control and looking at, seeing, keeping all that. It's like, it feels like it's in a funny tone, like a a fishiness and like something's up, that kind of feeling. So that energy could be around you, whether you're feeling like something's fishy or whether your significant other or somebody who's in business with you or somebody around you or a close relationship has that kind of energy. Fate is here to clarify it with the Three of Wands. So again, I'm just sort of drawing you to, is there temptation here with the Devil? Is there too many options on the thing? Is there a third party? Just a warning here, don't get tempted yourself. And also, you know, is another person starting to feel unstable or uncomfortable in your relationship because they're feeling like, oh, there could be somebody else coming in? You know, take the positive out of this energy here of the Three of Wands, of the collaboration, and, you know, get a positive spin on fate and have the Three of Wands as working together. That's the kind of energy that you want to bring in, a fiery, good, sort of, you know, like take it as how can I work with this person and get them to be tipped up where emotionally they're feeling stable, and so that it doesn't feel like there's some fishiness behind the back or like I'm taking things in a different way. How can we collaborate and work together? That's how I'm seeing this Three of Wands clarifying your upside down King of Cups. Again, could be a Scorpio, Pisces or Cancer type energy. Very much a person who's in there, you know, can be quite somebody who keeps their emotions to themselves but is brewing underneath. And then, of course, we have towards the end of the month, so getting around your Halloween-y dates, we have the Four of Pentacles, the classic Miser card, and clarified by the Ace of Cups. So this one out of your Pentacles card is the kind of, you know, this is the sort of warning energy that I said about, you know, you get to a point where you can hoard. So see, with the classic Miser card in the Rider-Waite Tarot has a man standing on his coins and holding it, and he's kind of clutching at everything. And it's that danger that you have of, you know, perhaps things are starting to flow your way and you don't want to let go of anything because I've only just started, you know, it's only just started flowing my way. The golden energy's just coming in, you know, I don't want to let anything go. But by sitting on it and clutching to this energy and clutching to these things that you probably no longer need because they're in a trunk that you haven't looked at in so long, you're blocking out, you know, fresh energy coming in, and it's like you've imprisoned yourself. You know, this looks very much like a tower or a jail where he's kind of wealthy, he's got all the coins and everything, but he's sitting on it. So I think that message that came from the scrying of the crystal ball about, you know, if you do have things that you're not utilizing, you know, it's a nice time to have that generosity where you can give it out to people who might find those things that you have wonderful. You know, perhaps it's clothes that have you know come, you've stopped wearing them, you think they're lovely quality, but you know, I'm really not wearing them. And how can you shift something on that creates space and makes you have that abundant feeling like there's room now for that golden flow to come in? So try to think of it in that way, and that's how you get this love energy, this emotional stability, this feeling like the wheels are in motion, things are turning in my direction. She's sitting here, you know, in all her glory with her having a nice, you know, drink here by the water, and I'm feeling as though, you know, she's got everything going emotionally in the right direction too, which will help you tip this King of Cups up the right way too, because this is water energy, which will bring in a nice relationship, loving kind of energy too, instead of this feeling of miser, of lack, which you want to kind of steer away from because, yeah, nobody likes that kind of energy. So overall, very, very nice month. Just a few little things to watch out for, getting out in nature and you know, having this lovely sort of energy with you. You know, I like the idea of having an outdoor fire going. You know, that would be so nice for you to just sit by and enjoy. You know, maybe it's lighting a candle. Perhaps you can't have fires, but anything like that where you're really enjoying the spoils. And of course, this brings in, all of this energy brings in for the month of October, the Tree of Dreams and Wishes, card number 57. And all of these little ribbons that are hanging off this tree have little messages on them. Of course, she is here. It could be a male again, no gender here, but there's a lovely feminine type energy that's in this tree here. So this is sort of feels like it's you with your, you know, whether you're masculine or feminine, but you've got all these branches coming out and all these wonderful messages, you know, all these parts of you that are grounded, very Capricorn, you know, earth signs all the way in the ground and then reaching out like the tree. So you've got trust, believe, hope, love. So they're your messages for this month: to trust, to believe in yourself, believe in others, to hope, bring out the hopes because your wishes are here, and, you know, love, get in that beautiful energy because the Tree of Dreams and Wishes has been presented to you. So anything is possible this month. Great month of October. Happy Halloween. Enjoy this month. Get out in nature, you know, try to ground and come up with your amazing ideas for whichever project or business is getting off the ground. Relationships can become stable when you've you know, grounded yourself and you're coming at them with that love energy, and to trust, believe, hope, love, use that energy. Thanks for listening. Please like, share and subscribe for more content on my channel. Thanks for supporting Esoteric Tales and Tarot. And yeah, enjoy October, enjoy Halloween, you know, enjoy the getting dressed up in the costumes, have a bit of fun. Have a lovely month.